State calls John Biggerstaff.
John Biggerstaff, please.
He has a walker, so he may take it.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Biggerstaff. If you could walk all the way forward, please. Good morning. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Sir, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sir, if you'll make your way over to your right. Officer, I'm sorry, Mr. Holman, can you help him with his walker as well?
Yeah. I need the,
Just get yourself situated in the chair, okay?
I need these two things. Purchase of the 10 millimeter document. Good. And the,
Thank you.
inventory.
You have to pull yourself up and talk into the microphone.
A little bit. Inventory. Come on. Yeah. And the purchase of the 10 millimeter.
Mr. Mizrahi, when you're ready.
Thank you. May it please the court. Counsel.
Yes, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please state your name for the record.
John Robert Biggerstaff.
And are you a convicted felon?
Yes, I am.
When did you become a convicted felon?
When I pled to felony misprision in 2017.
2017. At the time, before you became a convicted felon, did you have to get rid of your guns?
All of my weapons, yes, sir.
Okay, and that's why we're here. You know, that's why we're here to talk about that.
Understand that, yes, sir.
Did you purchase a 10 millimeter firearm?
Yes, I did.
When did you purchase a 10 millimeter firearm?
I don't know the exact year, but it was prior to 2016.
Why did you purchase a 10 millimeter firearm?
I was a member of a hunting club for a few years up in South Georgia, and where I was making my hunting stand, there were bears. Did some research and talked to a friend of mine who suggested two different kinds of weapons, a Casco 454, I think it was, and a 10 millimeter Glock. Having served with JSO and my military experience, I preferred the Glock weapons over anything else that I was unfamiliar with.
Where's your gun now?
I have no idea, sir.
No idea where your 10 millimeter firearm is.
No, sir.
Do you regularly take gabapentin? I'm not going to get into your medical history, but you mentioned that in deposition.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Gabapentin, do you normally take that?
Yes, sir.
Are you on that right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is that?
Gabapentin is for nerve pain.
And are you still able to perform your daily functions having taken that prescription drug?
I don't know what you mean by daily functions, no, sir.
What'd you say?
I don't know what you mean by daily functions.
You're able to come here and testify.
I'm able to come here and testify, correct.
There you go. Were you in the Navy?
Yes, I was in the Navy.
Tell the jury about your career.
I was in the Navy on active duty from July 86 until October 1st, 2007. Served on active duty as a cryptologic technician collection specialist.
What does that mean? What you can share with us? What is it?
Cryptologic technician collection specialist changes with technology and threats as perceived by the U.S. government, National Security Agency. I maintain a top secret sensitive compartment and information facility type of access for my 21 years plus. When I first came in, I was it's known now as an HF manual Morse intercept operator. over the years, I learned some different languages and performed different duties.
Well, thank you for your service. Did you also become a police officer?
I did, yes, sir. I became a JSO reserve officer.
Tell the jury about that.
I ran into somebody who mentioned to me he was a reserve officer with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Thought I'd be a good candidate. Mentioned to me about the academy and so on and so forth. They're in a safety fair, I believe, at Regency Fair or Regency Mall at the time.
You have to undergo training.
Yes. Following my knee surgery, I had a physical fitness test the following week and started the academy right away. Yeah.
And what years were you a member as a reserve officer with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
It was about 3 years long, but I don't remember the exact years. Oh, well, yeah, and it ended in 2016 when I was arrested.
And I guess that was my next question. Obviously, you can't be a police officer if you're a convicted felon. Did you have it down, something happened in your life that you've talked about your Navy service and your police service, and did you have some things in your life that led you down a path that you're not proud of?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, just briefly, we don't have to get into all the details, but briefly tell the jury about it.
As a result of severe...
Yes. You may proceed.
Please, the court. So as opposed to that open-ended question, I'm going to ask you two directed questions. Did you end up with financial problems in your life?
Your Honor, if I may.
Okay.
Needs a break?
Well,
Let me have the jury step in the back, okay? Everyone can be seated. Are they in there, Mr. Holman? All right. All right. So I'm assuming that the state told him to look at me if he had concerns.
I did not tell him
Did
that.
not tell him that.
He's
Okay,
educated
so-
enough to probably know that.
All right, Mr. Biggerstaff, I cannot have any type of private conversation with you, but I can do this. So what are your concerns?
yes, ma'am. My concern is, as a cryptologist, I've been trained to look at everything and listen to everything. So I don't know if I wasn't supposed to hear that conversation over there, but the court reporter has a screen open right in front of me that I can read. I didn't read much, but I just saw that the words going across match what I could overhear over there, and I just wanted to let you know in case there's something that comes out of that later. I'm sure that either needs to be screened, needs to be closed if you have some kind of a side conversation I'm not supposed to hear, or I need to turn away or something.
All right, so your concern was that you overheard part of what the sidebar was about.
Via the screen, yes, ma'am.
Did you hear it or you read it?
I read it.
Okay. Is any of that causing you a concern?
No, ma'am.
Did the objection cause you any concern?
I didn't hear the objection, ma'am.
You didn't?
No.
Did you read it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I will tell you, since the state didn't, if you do have some concern about, did you tell him some area that he shouldn't get into or not? I'm not sure. With the other witness, there was that issue. I'm asking.
I don't think that there's an issue with this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Dreiser, do you?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
All right. So did you have any concern about your background, sharing that with the jury? I just want to make sure that we can, when I bring him back out, we can.
Military background? No, ma'am.
All right.
No.
Okay. I think we're good to go. I don't, unless the lawyers think that there's something wrong, I'm not going to have Ms. Simpkins put her screen down. Because,
So, Your Honor, we're aware of the issue now, and if the lawyers will bring it to your attention if it needs to be put down from the witness.
Okay.
Agree.
Well, I can do this. Ms. Simpkins, can you angle it a little differently? I'll go off. No, right now. Just angle it down a little bit. Is that good?
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay.
didn't intentionally read the whole thing, but.
For the record, the screen is angled down. Let's bring the jury back. You need it up like that? Can you turn it this way? Okay. Okay.
You're in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, welcome back, members of the jury. Everyone may be seated. Members of the jury, pardon the interruption. Mr. Mizrahi?
Please, the court. So, Mr. Biggerstaff, we left off with my question about the change in your life. You were a police officer, you were Navy, and did you end up with financial problems?
I had financial problems long before that, yeah.
Did you also end up with a drug addiction problem?
As a result of PTSD, drug addiction, depression, anxiety, yes.
I'm just trying to explain to the jury the shift in your life. Would you agree there was a shift in your life?
Yes,
Do you know Mario Fernandez?
I do, yes.
And how do you know him?
I've known him for about 18, 19 years. My daughter got a ride home from him one day from school, introduced us, and we became workout buddies for a while.
And do you see him here in court?
Yes, I do.
Did you say where he's seated? Where
He's-
lying so you can identify him?
Seated to my right,
What color suit is he wearing?
I'm colorblind, but it appears navy blue.
Oh, you nailed it. Your Honor, this time the state would ask for the record to reflect the witnesses identified the defendant.
I think they're all in blue.
He said navy blue, although I think Mr. Dreiser is navy blue.
All right. Yes.
So you explained that you were workout buddies. Just kind of dive into that a little bit for us, please.
Yes. In the mornings, Mario would come over and type his Pitbull 0 to my truck, and we would work out. I had purchased a home novelist gym from Sears many years ago and had it in my garage. It was enclosed. My son was playing football in high school and then on to college, and so we would work out in the mornings. Mario, when he was at home in Jacksonville, would come over and work out some mornings. We'd text each other in the morning, make sure I was up and going to work out. I think I was retired at that time, so I was working for Hewlett Packard, and I was on a 100% travel schedule. So in between my traveling, we'd get together and work out at my house, and then he joined the Army at some point, and I didn't see him for years.
Okay. When he got back from the Army, did your relationship begin again, so to speak?
Yes.
And did you share experiences in the military with each other?
Yes, occasionally.
Back in 2020, let's turn back to 2018. Were you aware of who Shanna Gardner was before you found out that she got married to Mario Fernandez?
No.
Explain to the jury how you found out that they got married.
One day when Mario was at my home, he brought up a picture of him and Shanna, and I believe it was in Hawaii on a honeymoon or something like that, and said he'd been married for, I think he said 2 years, I think at that point. It was at least a year. And that kind of surprised us. So.
And why did it surprise you?
Well, I hadn't seen or heard from Mario in a while, and then to find out that he was married, somebody would consider a family friend, it was kind of shocking to find out that he had been married.
Again, with your relationship, was there an occasion on February 15th of 2022 that this defendant, Mario Fernandez, had sex with your wife? I think her name's Maria.
My wife's name is Maria.
Do you recall that situation?
I don't recall the date. I do recall the situation, yes, sir.
And that was based on your request?
That's correct.
Did you have to convince Mr. Fernandez to do that?
I did.
So he wasn't initially willing until you kind of pestered him for a while? Is that
Correct.
Fair? Okay. And you would agree that that was recorded?
Either pictures or video, yes, sir.
And so whatever the pictures or video show about the date, you would agree that that's right?
Correct.
Okay, so if it does show February 15th, 2022, you would agree with it?
Yes, sir.
Did you do work for Mario Fernandez, the defendant?
I did.
What was the most Mario Fernandez ever paid you at a time?
I have no idea, but it was at the most hundreds of dollars to a couple hundred.
Did he ever pay you by check?
No.
What kind of work did you do?
I had a handyman business, and he would, I guess, subcontract me would be the correct word.
Was your handyman business registered with the state of Florida?
It was.
What was the name of it?
904 Handyman LLC.
And so the $200-300 you got was paid to you in cash. I think you said that.
You're correct.
Did you do work on the Potomac address?
I did.
The Henry Tenon, do you know who that person is?
I do, yes, sir.
And how did you meet him?
Henry was a tenant under Mario's rental property there. I had been working for a while to raise the shower head in the shower. Been there for a couple of days back and forth before I met Henry as I was departing the home the first time.
Is the reason you were raising the shower head because Mr. Tenon is
He's very tall.
6'6", whatever he is?
Very tall, yes, sir.
Okay. And that's why you were doing that?
That's correct.
Did Henry Tenon ever work for you?
No.
He ever work with you?
No.
I want to talk a little bit about the defendant's issues that he had with Shanna Gardner's ex-husband. Did the defendant share issues with you that he had with Jared Bridegan?
Just two that I remember.
Tell the jury about it.
Mario had mentioned that there was some tension between him and his wife, Shanna, when he would have headaches, and I'd invite him over because we had determined earlier that a cigarette would clear his headaches, and I had cigarettes. And he'd stop and get a beer for two of us sometimes and bring him over. We'd drink a beer while he'd smoke a cigarette, and just say that her ex had caused a lot of problem or stress between Mario and Shanna because she was in court over the children, and as soon as court would be over, it seemed like she would be called right back into court, if I remember that correctly. And the second was kind of related to that was, I think it was the boy in the family had like issues with elevation and flying to New York to see a specialist that he was required to see. I think that was it. And as far as I know, that was the tension between him and Shanna. But those are the only two issues he ever spoke to me about.
Okay. And they were both related to child custody issues?
Correct.
Do you remember on January 25th of 2022 that the defendant came to your house?
No.
would you have known what the defendant did after he left your house?
I have no idea.
And you have no memory of what y'all would have talked about?
No, none.
Did you become aware of the fact that Jared Bridegan was murdered?
Yes.
Tell the jury about that.
I heard it first on, I think it was Channel 4 News one morning or afternoon, and just in summary. Of course, I didn't know his name at the time or anything. And then sometime after that, it was a couple days or a week, Mario was helping me, I believe, moving things to and from my trailer that I was working on. Big, great trailer I had, probably 10 miles from the home. And he had a pickup truck, and he would help me move things back and forth.
Who had a pickup truck?
Mario had a pickup truck. When I got in the truck one time, he had mentioned that Mr. Bridegan had been murdered or shot. And I think the words that he used was, the kid's dad is dead or something to that effect. And I said, oh my God, is that the story that's on the news and everything? And he said, yeah. And that was pretty much, in a nutshell, that was it. That was about the end of the conversation.
So you didn't know anything about the name Jared Bridegan. He just referred to it as Shanna's ex. Is that fair?
Correct.
And so then you were able to put two and two together because you had seen the media stories of the case.
Yes, sir.
When did you become aware of the fact that Jared Bridegan was murdered with a 12-millimeter Glock firearm?
Never.
Even today?
You said 12 millimeter. There's no such thing as far as I know.
I misspoke. See, you're careful. Good. Misspoke. 10 millimeter.
10 millimeter, not until a couple of months ago. It was mentioned by Miss Stifler, I believe. Either her or her investigator Bennett mentioned the 10 millimeter.
But as you indicated that you purchased a Glock 10-millimeter firearm, correct?
Correct. One of many.
I'm showing you what's been entered into evidence as State's Exhibit 191. Mr. Biggerstaff, if you could review those last two pages of State's Exhibit 191 and indicate if that's you purchasing that 10-millimeter Glock firearm.
Without verifying the serial number or the concealed weapon permit, that seems like the purchaser of the dealer information I bought it from.
And it has your name and address.
It does have my old name and address, correct?
So it appears to be your purchase of that 10-millimeter Glock.
Correct.
You would only be able to verify it if you had the serial number.
And my weapon, yeah, my concealed weapons number, yeah,
You're
serial
speaking
number.
in the
Yeah.
microphone.
Into the mic.
Yes, I'm sorry, the serial number would verify that it would be the correct.
I'm going to leave State's Exhibit 191 up here. I'm going to show you what's been entered into evidence as State's Exhibit 190. I understand that it's not the best copy. What is State's 190?
It appears to be the handwritten inventory of 20 weapons that I surrendered in 2016.
So you recognize that.
Roughly, yeah.
And who filled that out?
Myself and my son. It's his handwriting, I believe.
And if you could go to the serial number column 3 of the Glock 10-millimeter, we're down to line 7. It's going to be the Glock 40 10-millimeter. Can you read off that serial number?
It would be B as in Bravo, B as in Bravo, G as in Golf, L as in Lima, 770.
And can you read off the serial number of the purchased firearm in State's Exhibit 191, which is up at the top?
It is B as in Bravo, B as in Bravo, G as in Golf, L as in Lima, 770.
So you would agree that this is the firearm that you purchased and the firearm affidavit that you turned over to your federal probation officer.
Correct.
So what you turned over to the federal probation officer was before you were convicted, correct?
That's correct.
So you were hoping that you would get those firearms back at some point
That's what they told me, yes, sir.
until you became convicted and you knew that would never happen.
That question, I'm sorry.
That's a question.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Okay. And as you sit here today, you cannot produce that firearm.
That's correct.
Your 10 millimeter Glock 40 firearm was functional,
Was functional?
was it?
As far as I know, it was.
It was operational?
As far as I know.
You shot it?
I did shoot it after purchasing, yes, sir.
You had ammunition for it.
I, at one time, purchased ammunition for it, yes.
In fact, you had ammunition for all of your firearms, correct?
No.
Objection to the game.
Is there a purpose?
There's a purpose in this question, yes.
No, I mean, for the leading nature.
No, I can ask it.
All right, I'll sustain it then.
Just speed. Tell the jury what ammunition you possessed.
I have no idea what the hell I possessed back then. None.
Okay. Did you possess ammunition?
I had previously possessed ammunition. I used to have a locker which ATF searched. I used to have ammunition and guns in there, yes, sir.
Is a firearm able to be fired without ammunition?
It can be dry fired without ammunition. You can't injure anybody, as far as I know, without ammunition and no weapon, if that's what you're asking.
What happened to all your ammunition?
Ammunition and all the weapons were stockpiled in 2016, and I have no idea where that crap went. None of it. Excuse my.
No, it's you don't think these things are crap, do you?
Do I think they're crap?
Yes.
No, I was irritated about the whole situation by having to surrender my weapons, sir.
You would agree that the ammunition is not contained in the inventory?
No.
So you would agree there's no documentation that we have to show that you surrendered your ammunition?
As far as I've been told, there's no documentation to show that I surrendered anything. So that would be yes, correct.
So the crap you referenced was about the charge in your conviction, not the guns or the ammunition.
Word crap came from the charge, yes, sir. It's not,
Because you like guns,
used to.
and you didn't want to get rid of them. Is that fair?
I did not want to get rid of them under the situation. That's correct.
And there was a point in 2022. I just want to make it clear for the jury. When was that inventory? When did you surrender all your guns?
2016.
16. And was there a point in January of 2022, specifically January 25th of 2022, that you missed your guns?
No,
Never.
no.
Stifler, can you find that search for me? You would agree that guns have value.
Yes.
Specifically, 20 firearms would have approximately how much value?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, have some general idea.
No, I don't have a general idea. It's not my
Is
business.
it worth $5?
Sorry?
Would 20 guns be worth $5?
I have no idea.
Would it be worth $100?
I don't know. If you're asking for guns from a convicted felon, I have no idea what they cost.
No, I'm asking you, based on your knowledge and experience and lifetime of purchasing firearms, how much they cost.
I don't know.
How much did the Glock 10 millimeter cost?
I don't know that either. It should be on the receipt.
Can you give this jury any approximation of how much these things cost?
No,
You would agree that you are not a rich man.
correct.
Could you have sold these firearms?
At what time are you asking? I'm not sure what time you're
At any time.
I could have sold them up to 2016, yes.
And and let me be clear, in other words, before you were convicted of the crime, could you have sold them?
Before I had to surrender them, I could have sold them, yes.
Okay. Even after you surrender them, do you believe you could have sold them?
No.
And why not?
Well, I know better than that. I haven't been in JSO, sir, and worked on some of the things I worked on. I know how some of the systems and checks are done.
You would agree, Mr. Biggerstaff, that your son, Juan, I'll ask another question. Just try to get it. Who is Juan Biggerstaff?
It's my son.
And at the time, was he in law enforcement?
Yes.
You would agree that he helped you. I'll ask the question in a different way.
I'm sorry, you said at the time, what time are you referring to?
At the time that you surrendered your firearms.
2016? I don't know that he was. I don't think he was.
Was Juan Biggerstaff a prohibited person? In other words, could he have sold your firearms had you given them to him?
Yes.
And it was Juan Biggerstaff, the person that helped you compile your inventory list.
That's correct. I think he was law enforcement because of a situation where I transferred one to him in that whole stockpile.
You think you transferred him one of the 20 guns?
Yep. Yes.
And which one was that?
It was my backup JSO pistol. It was a Glock 40 millimeter.
Glock 27, 40 millimeter? It was 27
I
model?
don't know the model number. I'm sure you do.
Okay. Do you know anyone else that owns a 10 millimeter?
No.
I'm showing you what's been entered into evidence. The State's Exhibit 197. There's not a lot of room to put it there, so I'm going to have to, I guess, take it out.
Mr. Biggerstaff, don't get too far away from the microphone.
Pardon me.
Have you reviewed that?
Yes.
And we talked about this in your deposition. Do you remember that you did search on January 26th of 2022, 10 millimeter firearms?
No, like I told you then, I searched on all kinds of things all the time. I believe I clicked on bookmarks from the look of this.
Okay. But you would agree with the record speaks for itself?
Yes.
Okay. And then showing you, did you also, I think we talked about this in your deposition, search furniture with hidden compartments?
Yes.
You remember that?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Now, do you remember making the statement that you missed your guns?
Yes.
Okay. So you do remember making that statement?
Of course.
Okay. And I understand you might have been speculating, but that may have been one of the reasons why you were searching for Glock 10 millimeter back in January. And I was right when I said the 25th. Those were in UTC, so it was the 25th. I'm sorry, let me go back to my question.
Please.
Your missing of the guns may have been the reason why you were searching for them on January 25th of 2022.
No, I think after looking at the furniture thing, I was looking for a way to conceal my substance abuse at home.
Okay. But you would agree that the record speaks for itself about whether you were looking at firearms as well?
Mr. Mizrahi?
I don't think that's a leading question. You agree with that?
I'm sure I clicked on, from the look of it, I'm sure I clicked on bookmarks.
Okay. Going back to your son, Do you remember Juan Biggerstaff coming to your house? Strike that. Well, we'll do this now. Coming to your house on December 21st of 2022.
I don't remember the date, but I remember my son coming to my house, yes.
It was shortly before Christmas and the holidays of 2022. Do you remember that?
I was thinking it was Thanksgiving, but yes, I remember. Okay.
And do you remember talking about the case with him?
Not the case, no.
Do you now know that Juan Biggerstaff came to your house while you were wearing while he was wearing a recording device?
I knew that. Yes, I knew that.
You know that now, or you knew that then?
Well, again, based on my prior military experience and JSO experience and not being an idiot, it was pretty obvious.
So back in December, I understand you don't know the specific date, but back in December of 2022, you suspected that your son was wearing a recording device? Yes,
Correct.
No?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Did he tell you he did?
No, sir.
And although you may have not been talking about the case, you did talk about the investigation where police officers came to your house and were asking questions about the 10 millimeter.
About weapons, and he asked in general weapons. I don't know that he asked about the 10 millimeter. He asked about where my guns were, who had them.
And what did you tell him?
A couple different things. In the beginning, I told him that I had no idea. He knew that I didn't have any idea. He kept pushing for saying they want to know where your guns are. They want to know who has them. So then I told him that somebody would get them to me by the 1st of January. And then I would make a call to ATF and tell them who had, or as soon as I knew who had them or where they were at, I would call ATF, something to that effect.
Okay, you've had the opportunity to listen to that recording.
That's correct.
And do you remember if he talked about starting to prepare for perhaps your arrest and helping his mother deal with that? Do you remember that's how the conversation began?
No.
You also remember that you told him that the only thing they cared about was the 10 millimeter.
I told him that?
Yes.
I don't remember saying that, no, sir.
And do you remember saying that it had been in your possession the entire time?
I don't recall saying that. Actually, I think that was one of the first things I said after I saw that he was pressuring me for more information.
Okay, so now you remember saying that the 10 millimeter has been in your possession the entire time.
I may have said that, yes, sir.
Was that the truth or a lie?
That would have been a lie.
To your law enforcement son?
That's correct.
Do you remember discussing that you felt law enforcement was concerned because of your relationship with Mario Fernandez? Do you remember that discussion?
No.
So the first thing you said is you've had it the whole time, but then do you explain to the jury what you remember about the second conversation where you said it was going to appear at the turn of the year?
I never said that in the beginning. In the beginning, I told him I didn't know where they were.
Okay. And then you said you had it the whole time. And then you said it was...
Somewhere during the conversation, I told him that I'd had them. Then I told him that somebody else had them, and that they could produce them by January 1st.
Okay, so those are the three things. First, you said you didn't know. I'm leading just to try to make it quick. Second, you said that you've had it the whole time. And then third, you said it's going to appear on January 1st.
Correct.
Did you tell your son that you were going to call law enforcement when it would reappear?
Yes.
And this conversation would have been before January 25th of 2022.
Before, no, 2022.
This would have been, after 2022. Sorry, I said it wrong.
Holy crap. Yes.
Do you remember telling your son that you told law enforcement that Steve from the Georgia Hunting Club had the gun?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Do you remember telling your son that Steve from the hunting club had the gun?
No.
Do you remember apologizing to your son that you had put him in this position?
Yes.
Do you remember telling your son that you wouldn't tell him why he had to wait until January 1st to find out where that gun was?
I remember saying something when he asked me why January 1st or something along those lines. I responded. I don't know how I responded. I don't know the words I used.
Was that a fair?
No, it's not fair. I don't remember.
Would you want to listen to that wire to refresh your memory?
You can try. The wire was pretty crappy. I helped you guys pick out some of the words before. We can, if you want to.
Okay, well, we may do that at the appropriate time. Okay.
Okay.
Were you telling the truth to your son in this conversation?
Initially, yes.
And then what changed?
I wasn't telling the truth. That's what changed.
Do you remember when Detective Lamont came to your house?
No, Detective Lamont, I don't know. I'm terrible with names.
You remember when Jacksonville Beach scheduled a meeting with you and you said, what?
If you're talking about when I was working at the school, like 4 years ago, yes. Yes, I remember.
You remember scheduling it for the next day?
No, I remember being contacted. Oh, I remember they came to the house in the morning as I was leaving to go to work, and they asked me if they could come back in the afternoon, and I said yes. And then I think that afternoon they contacted me, asked me to go down to the station, which I did at nighttime in the evening. I think it was the same day. I don't think it was the next day.
Regardless, in the meantime, you met with Mario Fernandez.
No. That day? No.
In between when you were asked to meet with Jack's Beach and the time you met with him.
No.
Okay. Do you remember deleting things off of your phone in between those two events?
No, sir.
So if the records show that, they would be wrong.
I don't remember them. I delete stuff all the time, sir.
Okay. Did you ever receive a courtesy call from the defendant about Henry Tenon's arrest?
No.
No.
Not that I remember, no, sir.
Do you recall making a statement to law enforcement that Mario Fernandez contacted you and gave you a courtesy call to tell him he might get questioned?
Told me he had been questioned, that the new tenant at the home I was working on at Potomac might be questioned, and then I might be questioned as well.
Okay, so you do remember.
I remember, yes, sir.
Who is Fred Barton?
Fred Barton was an acquaintance for at least a couple of years. Retired sergeant from Jacksonville Beach Police Department.
And your relationship back in 2016, did you have a fine relationship with him?
I don't remember. 2016. I don't know how it was. I don't remember.
You remember your gun cabinet going over to Fred Barton's house?
No.
It never did?
I don't recall it going to Fred's house. I can't say it never did, but I don't recall it.
What happened to your gun cabinet?
I don't know. That's where the ammunition was stored and the weapons, everything, family heirlooms, crossbow, compound bow, all that stuff was there.
And that cabinet is on the porch of your house right now.
No, it's down in a landfill somewhere. After ATF inspected it, I chunked it out in trash because it was a piece of junk.
Okay, so ATF did go to your house and see your junky gun cabinet.
That one, as well as another one I told them I had, wasn't a gun cabinet. It was just like a document safe in my closet. I showed them that one as well.
Okay, but what you put into a landfill was the cabinet that stored all your firearms and your ammunition.
Previously, yes.
And you never know where that went, how it got back to your house?
I don't think it ever left the house, sir. It had gardening tools in it.
So the inventory that you gave your probation officer listed 20 firearms. You agree with that?
No, I don't. It's 20 different weapons. They're not all firearms, I don't believe.
Fair enough. What did you do with them?
What did I do with them? I inventoried them. We stockpiled them in the living room. I think I gave them the middle finger because I was so upset about having to surrender my weapons, and I left the room and went to bed.
Okay. Where did they go?
I don't know where they went, sir.
Do you think the probation officer took them?
Probation officer or JSO, whoever picked them up.
So is it your testimony that you think that JSO or the probation officer stole your firearms?
I don't think they stole them. I believe that is part of the process, either that or U.S. Marshals. Since I was on probation and had to interact with U.S. Marshals several times.
And your son Long was there, was he?
Previously stated, yes, sir. He was there. He helped me with the inventory.
Do you think he took them?
Do I think my son took my firearms? No, I don't think he took those. Only the one that I told you about.
Glock.
The Glock 40 millimeter, yes, sir.
So the 19, you don't believe your son took?
If that's the 10 millimeter that you're asking me about?
Asking about all 19 other things documented on that list.
Oh, the other 19 things. No, sir. My son didn't take those. I'm sure of that.
But you don't know where they are or where they went?
I have no idea where they went. I have no idea where they are. No, sir.
And did you ever go to Fred Barton's house to drop off your gun cabinet and then pick it up a week later?
No, sir.
Are you aware of your son and his law enforcement duties in Texas had a burglary into his vehicle?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are you aware that your son, while he was a law enforcement officer, had a burglary into his vehicle?
Into his undercover vehicle, that's correct.
You were aware of that?
I have been made aware of that, yes, sir.
And you're aware that he listed several firearms that were stolen?
No, I'm from Miss Stifler. I believe there was only one that I was told about.
Okay. Are you aware that he took more than one firearm of yours that he says you gave him?
No, I'm not aware of that.
Mr. Biggerstaff, would you get in trouble if you possessed a firearm or ammunition at this point in your life?
Yeah, that's correct. It's against the law.
Your Honor, that's all the questions I have at this particular time.
All right, let me check in with the jurors. Is everyone okay? Okay, you may proceed. Cross.
Good morning, Mr. Biggerstaff.
Good morning, Mr. Reiser.
You doing okay?
I'm hanging in there, sir.
You and Mr. Fernandez have had a relationship since he was in high school, correct?
Correct.
And when you were healthy, you worked out together. You said that, right?
That's correct.
And when he would go away on deployment, you weren't sending him care packages or anything like that. You weren't that close, correct?
No, sir.
And then if he came back, you guys would talk, work out, chat from time to time, correct?
Correct.
Okay. During those chats, did Mr. Fernandez ever talk nasty about his wife's ex-husband?
No.
Did he ever tell you he wanted to kill him?
No, sir.
Did he ever tell you he wanted to hurt him?
No, sir.
Did he ever seem really frustrated, like he was going to do something to him, or he was unhinged about his wife's ex-husband?
No.
Never got that impression, right?
No, the only frustration he ever shared was the tension between the two of them and over children, his new fatherhood.
And I want to ask you a question that the government didn't ask you. And if you don't understand my question, you tell me, because I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible.
Okay.
Did you ever give Mr. Fernandez a 10 millimeter firearm?
No, sir.
Did you ever give Mr. Fernandez any firearms?
Never. No, sir.
Did you participate in the planning of the murder of Jared Bridegan?
No, sir.
Did you help Mr. Fernandez in any way?
No, sir.
Did Mr. Fernandez ever tell you he participated in the murder of Jared Bridegan?
No, sir.
Did Mr. Fernandez ever admit to you that he had anything to do with the death of Jared Bridegan?
No, sir.
You told this jury that you don't remember what happened to your firearms. Is that my understanding?
That's correct.
And you don't remember going to Fred Barton's house, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you don't remember what firearms Juan took? In fact, what your memory is that he took one firearm.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Didn't you hear the government ask you a lot about history?
Correct.
You know, I don't recall them asking you about an injury that happened to you in 2022.
Yeah, I'm going to object to the form of the question.
I'll sustain it.
Were you asked any questions on direct about an injury that you sustained in 2022?
No.
Okay, why don't you tell the jury what happened to you in 2022?
I had a slip and fall injury on July 21st, coming out of a Circle K gas station. Sorry. I came out of a gas station with my hands full of products. On my way to my son's, and his wife had, we just came back from Key West for the weekend, celebrating my wife's 50th birthday and my son's proposal to his wife. And they were going to show us all, both sides of the family, the venue that they were going to do their wedding in and see if it was available. And then we were all going for pizza. I went to a Circle K gas station because I'm a horrible cigarette smoker. I had to have my cigarettes and some caffeine. While I was inside, there was a 4-foot or so laminated poster that came out of the bottom of a frame that they use on the outside of the store to announce the breakfast sandwiches and such. It slid out of the bottom of the frame. I slipped on it. I slammed backwards, injuring my head and my spine.
Did that result in you being diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury?
Yes, sir.
And was that by Dr. Emis, a neurosurgeon here in town?
Correct.
Since the time that you have been diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury, is your memory as good as it used to be?
No, sir.
Would you agree that you don't have as good a memory as to things that happened before that?
Absolutely. I'm on medication for short-term memory loss even.
Currently, right now?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. And could that affect your ability to remember details from 2016 and 2017?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
When Mr. Fernandez would pay you for work that you did, you said it was $200 or $300. That's not total, correct?
I don't recall any amounts, to be honest. I was asked to throw a figure out there.
And you would get paid per job, correct?
Correct.
So you don't know. Mr. Fernandez may have paid you thousands of dollars over the years, right?
It could have been. It should have been documented in the invoice program that I used for my company.
And fair enough, you did fall into some substance abuse issues, correct?
Correct.
So you wanted to be paid in cash, right?
Correct.
Because that's how you would buy drugs on the street, right?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. You're clean and sober now?
I am a little over 3 weeks. Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But during the time that Mr. Mizrahi asked you about conversations that you had with Juan Biggerstaff, were you using drugs at that time?
Yes.
Okay. You acknowledge that you bought a 10 millimeter firearm, correct?
Correct.
It was a bear hunting gun, you said.
A bear defense gun. Yes, sir.
Did you give that gun to Mr. Fernandez?
No, sir.
Did you give that gun to anybody that you believe the intention was that it end up in Mr. Fernandez's hands?
No.
Did you give that gun to Henry Tenon?
No.
Have you ever seen that gun since law enforcement took it from you back in 2016-17?
No, sir, I have not.
All right. So let's look for evidence that maybe you still deal in firearms. You became a convicted felon in 2017, is that right?
Correct.
And today it's 2026, August. How many times have you been arrested for being in possession of a firearm?
0.
Objection, Your Honor.
Let me see it, sidebar. You may proceed.
During the course of this entire criminal investigation, law enforcement has made contact with you on a number of occasions. Is that correct?
That's correct.
They've come into your home.
That's correct.
They've searched your home.
Correct.
Did they ever find a firearm in this case?
No, sir.
Did they ever find a bullet or an ammunition in this case?
No, sir.
Have you ever been arrested as a result of this investigation for being in possession of ammunition?
No.
Have you been arrested as a result of this investigation into you still having a 10 millimeter? Have you been arrested for felon in possession of a firearm?
No, sir.
Okay. At some point in time in August of all of 2022, you were still doing handyman work for Mr. Fernandez? When you could, from time to time.
I believe so, yes, sir.
You were still fairly injured back then, is that?
Very, yes.
Your work was limited to what you could do?
Correct.
There was a time in August of 2022 where you did go to Potomac to try to do some tile work. Do you recall that?
I don't recall the time, but I recall trying to do some tile work in Potomac, yes.
Okay. And that's when Mr. Ordway was living there?
Is that the blonde-haired young man? And
White guy?
I don't know the names. Yeah, Caucasian male, yeah.
And you would meet Mr. Fernandez there to sort of go what work you should do and how to do it?
No, I think it was all via phone call and text at the time.
You were texting about tile work, right?
Correct.
And maybe you just don't remember, but if there was video of you and Mr. Fernandez at Potomac, you don't suggest that couldn't be true. You just don't remember.
Correct. Okay. I think that was more about the drywall when he was
Other
present.
renovation projects going
Correct.
on.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, Mr. Biggerstaff, also, well, let me back up. There was evidence that Mr. Fernandez, you were a swinger, you and your wife were swingers, correct?
Correct. We were.
And Mr. Fernandez was not the only person that would sleep with your wife that you would videotape, correct?
Unfortunately, that's correct.
Did you give any of those other people a 10 millimeter firearm?
No, sir.
Did you give any of those people a gun?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you give Mr. Fernandez a 10 millimeter firearm in exchange for him sleeping with your wife?
No, sir.
Did you have to bribe him or pay him?
No.
Okay. It was just something that you wanted him to do. It was after he told you him and his wife separated, and he did it, correct?
That's correct.
Any deal that you were making so that you would give him a murder weapon and he would sleep with your wife?
Absolutely not. No, sir.
And this was something that you asked other men to do as part of the lifestyle you were living, correct?
That's correct.
Did he owe you a favor?
No, sir.
Did you owe him a favor?
No, sir.
Is there any other way I can ask you? Did you give Mr. Fernandez a firearm in exchange for the January 25th, or I'm sorry, February 15th meeting where he came to your house?
No.
On January 25th, there's cell phone data that suggests that Mr. Fernandez came over. Is your testimony is you don't remember why he came there?
That's correct.
Did you give him a 10 millimeter?
No.
Did you give him any firearm?
No, sir.
So he's been to your house dozens and dozens of times, correct?
All 3 of my residences, yes, sir.
Could have been talking about, or could have been having a cigarette to clear his mind, right?
That's correct.
Could have been having a cigarette to clear your mind, correct?
Correct.
Could have been just chit-chatting like he had done dozens of times, right?
Yeah, he helped me a lot with VA information to get my VA stuff started.
And if a friend came over and stopped at your house sometime 6 years ago, and there was no real purpose for it, any reason for you to remember that?
No.
And going back to the hidden furniture search, because my understanding is you were searching for hidden furniture so you could hide drugs from your wife.
Correct.
That's the only reason, right?
That's correct.
It wasn't to hide weapons from anybody, correct?
No.
And law enforcement has searched your house?
Yes, that's correct.
Has law enforcement threatened you in this case?
Yes.
How have they treated you?
At times, pretty ugly.
Have they cursed at you?
Yes, sir.
People in the state attorney's office, have they cursed at you?
Yes, sir.
Do you think they treated you fairly?
No, definitely not.
They told you that they wanted you to tell the truth and they would give you immunity, correct?
That's correct.
Did you ever accept?
No.
Did you ever bring a criminal defense lawyer with you?
No.
Did you ever plead the fifth and say, I don't want to talk, I'm just not going to answer your questions?
Never.
So you've gone and you've spoken to them when law enforcement came to your house, right?
Correct.
You've gone and spoke to them at their office per their request, right?
That's correct.
You sat down for an entire deposition where I asked you questions for hours, correct?
That's correct.
And you came here today to testify in this trial.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever told anyone that you gave Mr. Fernandez a 10 millimeter firearm?
No, sir, never.
They've told you they consider you a co-conspirator in this case,
That's correct.
but they just never arrested you?
That's true.
You know from being a police officer, it only takes probable cause to arrest you, right?
That's correct.
And nonetheless, with all the allegations and the threats and the cursing, they've never arrested you.
No, I have all the junk. Nothing. No arrests.
Because you've never given Mr. Fernandez a 10 millimeter firearm, right?
That's correct.
There's no surveillance of you giving him a 10 millimeter firearm, correct?
Say again, I'm sorry.
There's no surveillance of that.
No.
When you were giving this conversation with your son, Juan, was this part of what you believed the harassment was, this wire?
Yes, absolutely.
And you suspected you were being recorded?
Yes,
And you told Juan that you didn't have any firearms?
that's correct.
And then he just kept pushing you and pushing you?
That's correct.
And that was at a time when you were still using drugs, correct?
That's correct.
Did you describe your mind as clear at that point in time?
No.
And your own son, you believe, is probably recording you and pestering you about a firearm that you never gave to Mr. Fernandez, right?
That's correct.
About a firearm that you hadn't seen since 2016, likely.
That's correct.
And you knew your son was law enforcement at that time, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Did you want him to get in trouble?
Never.
Okay. When you said, I apologize for getting you wrapped up in this, did you mean the fact that he's there asking you questions and likely wearing a wire?
Yes, at the holiday time, absolutely.
Okay, so you certainly weren't apologizing for getting him wrapped up in some criminal activity you were a part of, right?
No.
Do you have anything to do with the murder of Jared Bridegan?
No, sir.
Objection asked the answer here.
Well,
Wait, overruled. Go ahead.
did you have anything to do with the murder of Jared Bridegan?
No, sir.
In any capacity?
No.
So Mr. Mizrahi asked you, did you You said something like the weapons will show up in January. Is something to that effect? Is that right?
Correct.
Did they show up in January?
No.
Did law enforcement ever come back and say, give us the 10 millimeter?
No.
Have you been in possession of any firearms since the day that Magistrate Monty Richardson ordered you to surrender your firearms?
If that's the Middle District of Florida, then that's correct. Not one single firearm since then.
Right. And that was unfair to you because I've shown the jury that it was Magistrate Monty Richardson who signed the order making you surrender your firearms. So
Correct.
if I represent that that's in evidence,
Okay.
that's the person or the judge. Have you been in possession of guns since then?
No, sir.
Ammunition?
No.
Weapons?
No, sir.
Mr. Fernandez helped bring tables and chairs to your son's wedding the day after the homicide?
I don't remember if that was him doing that or not. I have a big blank there on who helped me, but I'm assuming since you say that, the answer is yes.
Okay, so you don't dispute that he helped you?
I wouldn't dispute that, yes, sir.
And that was the kind of stuff you did for each other. He would help you do
Correct.
things. You would help him do things, right?
Correct.
And when Mr. Fernandez told you that day that Mr. Bridegan had been murdered, did Mr. Fernandez seem nervous?
I don't know if it was that day, but when he told me, he didn't seem nervous. No.
Did he make any admissions?
No, sir.
Did you think anything of it?
No.
Did you guys talk about what firearm was used?
No, we didn't. I don't think we ever talked about it again after that day.
After the Potomac tile work project, that was, I'm going to represent to you somewhere around August of 2022, okay?
Okay.
Did you and Mr. Fernandez have a falling out over that project?
I think we ended on bad terms because of that project, yes.
And it was because Mr. Fernandez wanted you to work on a tighter schedule than your body was allowing you to do?
That's correct.
And you thought you made that clear, like, I'll do the project, but because of my physical condition, I need to do it on my own timeline.
Right.
And Mr. Fernandez got frustrated with you that it wasn't going as fast as he wanted it to.
Correct.
And then Mr. Fernandez took over the tile project
I don't know what happened to it after that. I didn't go back, yeah.
because you guys really haven't kept in touch, right?
That's correct.
So certainly you don't owe anything to Mr. Fernandez right now, right?
No, sir.
He doesn't owe anything to you right now, right?
No, sir.
Part of your fall at Circle K, did you hire a personal injury lawyer?
After, did you say?
Yeah, after you fell. Did you
Yes, I
hire-
did, unfortunately, yes.
And was his name Randy Reap?
Correct.
Okay, so if you had searched for Randy Reap, also on the day you were looking at those thumbtack, whatever you described it on Google, that's because that was your lawyer at the time?
That's correct.
Mr. Mizrahi mentioned things like you don't have a lot of money. You would agree you would search for all sorts of things you couldn't afford, correct?
That's true, yes, sir.
Yachts, right?
Yes,
Villas in France.
yes,
Flour tortilla recipes.
correct,
How to make the best chocolate chip cookies.
correct,
Military bases in Charleston.
yes,
You also looked at a 9mm firearm at one point, right?
correct,
Would it fair to say you probably have looked at thousands of things on the internet?
yes.
Because when you were injured, you weren't very mobile, were you?
I haven't been very mobile for 6 years, that's correct.
And a lot of what you do is on your phone.
That's true.
Any rhyme or reason as to sometimes what you're looking at or why you're looking at it?
No, what I'm watching on TV usually generates my searches.
And if you had looked for a 10mm at one point in time, would you agree you wouldn't have had to do that if you still owned one?
That's a true statement, no?
You could have gone to wherever it was and looked at it if you still owned one, right?
Right,
But you didn't do that because you didn't own one, right?
correct,
And in those particular searches, you would acknowledge that that was that you never searched anything to do with firearms that had anything to do with Mr. Fernandez, correct?
That's correct.
May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
We have no further questions. Thank you.
You're right.
Sure.
Mr. Biggerstaff, you mentioned that the state of Florida offered you immunity. Remember that line of questioning?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And who was that, me?
You, correct. You and Ms. Stifler, yeah.
We're both assistant state attorneys, correct?
That's as far as I know, yes, sir.
Well, your conviction, was that in state court or was that in federal court?
Federal court.
Did you, in the course of this investigation, ever sit down with a federal prosecutor?
Are you asking? Okay. You may proceed.
So did you ever meet with a federal prosecutor with regard to this case at all?
I don't know. There was at least one probable federal somebody in my home that didn't provide credentials. So I don't know who it was.
That was an ATF agent, perhaps?
I don't know. They were with an ATF agent, yes.
When the talk of immunity came up, it was just me and Ms. Stifler.
No.
Who else was there?
Jack's Beach homicide, police detectives, an agent from ATF, and some female. I don't know who she was.
It's your testimony that an agent from ATF was present when we discussed immunity with you?
Correct.
Okay. That's all the questions I have here.
Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
May the witness be excused. All right, Mr. Biggerstaff, you're excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take your time.